Okay, we're to graph the solution set to this system of linear inequalities. So we have to graph each of the linear inequalities separately on the same plot and then look where they overlap. So first of all, we have to graph the line 5x minus 2y equals 10. So we need 2 points on this line to graph it. If x is 0, then negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. And if y is 0, then 5 times 2 is 10. So those are 2 points on the graph that will allow us to graph this line. So 0, negative 5, let's say this is negative 5, that's the y-intercept. Let's say 2 is the x-intercept, so this line goes through these 2 points. We have to decide which side of that line to shade. And so the second thing we have to do is see if the origin is shaded. So we ask, is the origin shaded? We answer that by plugging 0, 0, x equals 0, and y equals 0 into the original inequality. So if we plug in, substitute x equals 0 and y equals 0, the entire left side becomes 0, which is definitely less than 10. So the answer to our question here is yes. The origin is on the shady side of this line. So that's this side, the right side of the first line here. Everything there is in the solution set to the first inequality of our system of linear inequalities. So now we move on to the second inequality and go through this process for that. So first of all, we have to graph the line x plus 10y equals 20. So let's find 2 points that are on this line. Now if x is 0, then 10 times 2 is 20, so y is 2. There's 1 point on the line. And let's see, if x is 10, then y would equal 1, because 10 times 1 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. So those are 2 points on the graph of this second line. So 0, 2, notice is the y-intercept is up at a height of 2, so let's say this is 2. Y-intercept of 2 here. And 10, 1 means if I go over 10, go all the way to 10, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8. This is about 10. And if I go over 10, I have to go up 1. That's up to here. So there's a second point on the graph of this line. So connecting those dots, we get a line something like that. It's not a very straight line, but okay, so that's the graph of the boundary of our second region. Both those lines were solid because both this inequalities included the line. Now we have to decide which side of that line to shade. So we can ask, is the origin shaded? By plugging the origin into the original inequality, x plus 10y is bigger than or equal to 20. So we wonder if we plug in x equals 0 and y equals 0, well, we get a big 0 on this side, which is not bigger than 20. So that's no. So the answer to our question is no, it's not on the origin side, it's on the other side of that line, the upper side of that line. So there's the origin, it's the opposite side, so that's the upper side of this line that's shaded. Everything up there. And we're only interested in the overlap with the previous line. So the region we're interested in is somewhere up here. But we have one more inequality to look at. Y has to be between 4 and 10. The height is between a height of 4 and a height of 10. So if that's 2 and then this is 4, I'll make a horizontal line. I'm graphing the line here, y equals 4. It's a dashed line because we're not including, it's not or equal to, it's a strict inequality there. Then we go up to 10, which is about up here. That's a height of 10 on the y-axis. And so that's the line y equals 10, this horizontal line up here. Now the x values that we're interested in, the y values of the solution set have to be between 4 and 10, which means between these two dotted lines, these two horizontal dotted lines. So the solution set is the region between these two lines, and I'll just graph the part of it that was already shaded in both of the previous solution set graphs so that you can more easily see. It gets kind of confusing with too much shading, but it's the double shaded region from before, the parts of it that are between a height of 4 and a height of 10. Oh, we don't go down there. Now the line is above the bottom dotted line. And I made a mistake here. This is not shaded here. It's between the dotted line at a height of 4. This is 4 on the y-axis, and a height of 10. So only the stuff in between those two dotted lines is shaded. That's the solution to this linear system.